Over the last couple of months, it's been absolutely wonderful to have watched the continued evolution of a champion cricketer. He's raised his game beyond where it actually was, even if you think that was no longer possible. He has vanquished his demons, he has slayed the opposition bowlers. Our Castrol Activ champion for this week is Virat Kohli. There's one other quality we are increasingly seeing with Virat Kohli. This is now his team. He's gathering people around him, he's raising their game. In doing so, in the way he addresses people, you get the feeling that he's now the unquestioned leader. He's almost protecting the people around him as he takes them into battle. Much like Castrol Activ's Activons that continuously protect your bike engine, whether it's running or off. This tour of England was always going to be special for Virat Kohli. He'll tell you otherwise, he'll tell you just another tour, but champions know what they want to do with their records. They know where they want to change things. They'll be aware that there's a little black spot in their record. And Virat Kohli would have remembered 2014 very well. I was on that tour and you could see every time he nicked, it was being caught. There was no luck, there were no drop catches. Virat Kohli was in and Virat Kohli was out. And I remember seeing him lonely, forlorn around them. I saw him at having dinner by himself with his brother once. And I thought, oh, this is what a bad form, a poor run of scores does to people. It just leaves them a little short of belief. And I remember thinking at that time, who knows, maybe this could be the best thing that has happened to Virat Kohli. Within 4 months, he was in Adelaide playing an innings that had not just us, but everybody in Australia and around the world on the edge of the seats. And we were saying, wow, is this happening? Is India actually trying to win this game? As he unfurled one shot after the other, and he still thinks it was his best innings. He got 400s in Australia just 4 months after that disastrous series. That's what champions do. Now look what's happened since that tour. 37 tests, Virat Kohli has 15 centuries and they are big ones. 12 of them are more than 140, but 6 of them are more than 200. In 4 consecutive series, he got a double 100. That tells you not just that he was getting hungrier, it tells you about the evolution of a champion. He's now scaling newer heights. He's not happy with the centuries. He now wants big match-changing centuries. He had started to get the daddy hundreds. Now let's see what happens in 2018. Already in England, it's built up as Virat Kohli versus England. He's not absolutely match ready for red ball cricket. And then at Edgbaston, Jimmy Anderson bowls a fantastic spell. The ball's going past Virat Kohli's bat, he's nicking, he was a bit lucky with the catch that was put down. But at all times, he respected his chief tormentor. And that is something that champions do as well. It wasn't, "Oi, tere ko dikha dunga," like, puff out my chest and saying, "Nani yaad aayegi." No, he said, I need to respect Jimmy Anderson. He knew that if he kept Anderson out, there were runs coming from somewhere else. And you might well say he was lucky, and he was. It's important what you do with your luck. People get dropped and caught again. Virat Kohli used that luck, and that 149 in Edgbaston was sensational. Then after Lord's, the bad back, he overcame the bad back. He comes to Trent Bridge, India 2-0 down, 97 and 103. He said, we only want to make it 2-1 up. We're only looking as far as 2-1, and 2-1 it was. I saw that press conference of Hardik Pandya where he was asked about whether he's an all-rounder and all those questions alongside. And he said, it doesn't matter because my team backs me. And we're starting to see that quality. Sourav Ganguly backed his youngsters. We're now starting to see Virat Kohli back his players as well. He's grown as a player and he's grown as a captain. I've also enjoyed the transition from the white ball Virat Kohli to the red ball Virat Kohli. Here, he's respected not just the opposition bowlers, but also the multivaried demands of red ball cricket. And he's shown that it is possible to grow in all three forms. It's possible to be a white ball player of the very highest ability, and it's also possible to be a red ball player of the very highest ability. And I've enjoyed Virat Kohli not just talking about Test cricket, but playing Test cricket as it should be. And who knows, there's a generation that might look at Virat Kohli and say, you know what, it's not just about white ball cricket anymore, because that's what they're growing up with. It's about getting all these hundreds in red ball cricket. I won't be surprised if Virat Kohli emerges as a protector, not just of his team, but of the genre itself, of Test match cricket itself, much like Castrol Activ's Actibonds protect your bike engine, whether running or off. So Virat Kohli was our Castrol Activ champion this week. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed this series actually, where we're bringing you a new champion week after week after week.